Hello, first grade students. Today we are learning about the life cycle of a butterfly. So the first key word is life cycle, which is the stages of a living creature's life. So humans also have a life cycle just like butterflies, and it goes from fetus to which is in the mom's stomach, to baby, toddler, child, teenager, adult, and elderly person. So the life cycle goes from birth to death. Another key word is eggs. Butterfly eggs vary in color and are small eggs the butterfly produces. The eggs then turn into caterpillars to begin the cycle over again. The butterfly will attach the eggs to a leaf, stem, or plant. The picture on the left here shows just how tiny an egg can be. That's a monarch egg on a leaf, and it's next to a person's thumb. You can see how small it is. And then the other two pictures show the variation in color. The middle one is more of a yellow-brown, while the one on the right is white. The next key word is caterpillar, which is a little hairy worm-like animal that will build a cocoon or a chrysalis and eventually become a butterfly or a moth. Another word for caterpillar is larva. On the left here, it shows all different kinds of caterpillars. Some are different colors and some are hairier than others. The middle picture shows the caterpillar on the stick with the chrysalis underneath it and then the adult butterfly. And then on the right, it's an up-close picture of the black, white, and yellow caterpillar that will become a monarch butterfly. So some facts about caterpillars. Once the caterpillar emerges from the egg, it eats the egg and then begins to munch on leaves. Caterpillars grow quickly and eat a lot of leaves. Caterpillars shed their skin 5 times before they turn into their chrysalis. This picture here is pretty cool because it's showing the caterpillar turning into the chrysalis. At the bottom there, that green is the beginning of the chrysalis. So what do caterpillars eat? Caterpillars eat mainly plants. Their main source of food is leaves, but they sometimes eat other plants like seeds or flowers. You can see all the different holes in the leaves from the caterpillars munching along, and then on the right there's a picture of a caterpillar eating on a flower. The next key word is chrysalis, which is the protective covering around the beginning stages of a butterfly. The caterpillar will stop eating and then hang upside down and form the chrysalis from the beginning to form the beginning stages of becoming a butterfly. This is also called the pupa stage. And then a cocoon is what is used for moss. So chrysalis is for a butterfly. And the pictures at the bottom here on the left-hand side, you can see the chrysalis and the butterfly forming inside of it. In the middle there, you can see the caterpillar, which then goes upside down to form the chrysalis, and then the butterfly emerges out of the chrysalis. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the different stages of the chrysalis. It first starts out green and more hard, and then it becomes kind of transparent and see-through, and then you can see the butterfly grow and become ready to emerge out into an adult butterfly. Some facts about the chrysalis is that the chrysalis is growing 6 legs, a proboscis, which is their long tube-like tongue, antenna, and wings. It takes around 10 to 15 days for the chrysalis to form into a butterfly. Once the butterfly emerges, it takes about an hour for the butterfly to dry and open up. The next key word is butterfly, which is an insect with 2 pairs of normally brightly colored wings that are covered with microscopic, which means tiny, scales. Butterflies hold their wings erect, which is up, when at rest, and they are active during the day. On the left there is a bunch of different butterflies that vary in color and size. The middle here is a very close-up picture of one of the wings of a butterfly, and you can see all the tiny little scales. And then on the right, does anybody know what kind of butterfly this is? It's a monarch butterfly, which is a very common type of butterfly. Some facts about butterflies are that butterflies live in every continent except Antarctica. They can live in deserts, forests, and even some tundras. There are 165,000 species of butterflies, and butterflies taste using their feet. When they land on flowers, they can taste the nectar. Then they drink up the nectar with their tongue, which is used like a straw. Butterflies have 6 legs, a proboscis, which is their long tube-like tongue, antennas, which are 2 appendages on the top of its head for balance and for smell, and 4 wings. The top picture shows the 6 legs a butterfly has. There's 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back. And then the middle picture shows the antenna all curled up, or the proboscis, which is their long tube-like tongue. And then the bottom picture is the antenna, which is the 2 appendages on the top of its head. And then this is where the 4 wings are, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Butterflies are have the fastest butterfly is the skipper, which can fly up to 37 miles an hour. That is around the speed of a bunny. Most butterflies fly at a speed of around 5 to 12 miles an hour. Butterflies can see the colors red, green, and yellow. They can also see colors that humans cannot see. This is called ultraviolet. Some butterflies can fly up to 10,000 feet. That is 18 times the Washington Monument. So if there's 18 Washington Monuments stacked on top of each other, that's how high some butterflies can fly. What do butterflies eat? Butterflies drink nectar from flowers by using their tongue like a straw. What is nectar? Nectar is the sugary fluids in plants. Bees also collect nectar to make honey. Sometimes you may see butterflies at a mud puddle. They are sucking up salts and minerals from the wet soil. Migration. Some butterflies migrate or move locations to southern areas during the winter to find warmer places to stay. Monarchs are known for a great migration of around 2,000 miles. Some from Canada reach all the way to Mexico. Some butterflies that can always live in cold weather stay in the cold, but monarchs need warmer weather during the winter. So the top picture shows just a ton of monarchs migrating to the south, and the bottom picture shows the United States and North America and the direction the monarchs go. Butterflies in Iowa. There are 49 different species of butterflies in Iowa. Some of the common butterflies are the common buckeye butterfly, the American copper, the checkered white, and the cloudless sulfur butterfly. So what is the difference between a butterfly and a moth? Butterflies have long, smooth antennas that curl at the end. Moths have thicker, furrier antennas. Butterflies tend to be smaller and less fuzzy. Moths tend to be larger and fuzzier. Butterflies are active during the day, and moths are active during the night. Butterflies are usually more colorful. Moths tend to be more gray and brown colors. When resting, butterflies raise their wings up and rest them over each other. When resting, moths lay their wings flat. Another key word is metamorphosis. This is the process of change of an insect or an amphibian from immature form to an adult. That has to have 2 or more distinct stages. The stages of a butterfly have 4, which is the egg, which turns into the caterpillar, to the chrysalis, and then emerges into an adult butterfly. So this is a picture that shows the life cycle of a butterfly. It's in a circle here because it continues on and on. So if you start with the first stage of eggs, and then they turn into caterpillars, which turns into the chrysalis, which emerges into the adult butterfly, and then the butterfly lays eggs, and it starts back over again. Now it's your turn. Fill out the life cycle of a butterfly on your own. Put all the stages 1 through 4 here. You'll cut out the pictures here and put them in the right spot. So what is the very first stage? Yes, the egg. Very good. And lastly, now that you have the 4 stages of the butterfly's life cycle, draw the stages on your own. I want you to draw eggs, caterpillar, chrysalis, and the butterfly. And at the bottom, it has some step-by-steps to help you draw them. Here's the Google form to fill out once you are done. Thank you, first graders, for learning about the life cycle of a butterfly.